General Flynn's warning to America. If we don't get this right, our country is done. It's over. General Michael Flynn, appearing Saturday, November 28, on the Worldview Weekend broadcast with Brennan House, and said during the interview that what's happening in this country should never happen, and there's no doubt in my mind we are going through a crucible of history, and if we don't correct what it is that's happening in the next couple of weeks, then I hate to really even think what will happen in our country going forward into the latter part of December and certainly into the next month. Flynn said sharp questioning from the mainstream and the big tech social media is fair game and expected. That's fine, and you may not like him, but the president, he represents the presidency of the United States of America, he represents our flag and our country. So what we are seeing right now is more than just an assault on President Trump. This is an assault on the American Republic in this great country that we have. I know the people around the country are fed up with it, and they're not going to put up with it. The general described the enemy's strategy as information warfare on a grand scale. It's how you leverage information. The whole thing about psychological operations is you have to make sure that you pick the target, and then repetition with the message over and over and over has to occur, he said. So, the whole thing is you have to get the media on your side. And that's taken a number of years, but I can't stand here and tell you that that's not the case, because it is. Everyone knows that the mainstream media, which is a pretty robust group of organizations, and that includes the big tech companies, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, they are all trying to control a narrative instead of just giving the information and then letting the people decide. He said he believes Trump won 350 to 400 electoral votes. I do not believe for a second that our country will accept Vice President Biden as the next president, he said. That's based on what we know to be probably the greatest fraud our country has ever experienced in our history. Flynn also said President Trump should not be counted out because he has paths to victory that lead through Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada and Michigan. He continued and said, I'm upset, I'm determined, I'm going to be resilient, and I believe I reflect the millions of people across this country who feel the exact same way I do.